So HubSpot has launched a new prospecting workspace, as you can see. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can initiate a Swayle generation on leads directly from this Leads tab. So let's take a look at it. If we search for this lead here, we can see that nothing has been generated on this lead at this point. So in order for us to be able to do that straight from the lead space, we're going to start by going to settings and create a new property. So let's do that. So let's search for lead properties. There we go. And then create a new property. So let's call this start Swayle. Perfect. Object type lead, that's right. And then select lead group lead information. So we can create the description start Swayle from the prospecting workspace. That's perfect. And then on the field type, we're going to select a drop down select. We're going to add yes, and then we're going to add no. And that's the first step done. So let's press create. Next, we're going to create a workflow that enables us to initiate generation while we modify the property that we just created. So let's go to automations, workflows. Create a workflow from scratch. And then we're going to select a lead-based workflow. So click next. And then we're going to set up a trigger. So the trigger will be when a filter criteria is met. So we're going to search for start Swayle. Perfect. And then we're going to set it to any of yes. So that means that when we set this property to yes, the next step is going to happen. So let's save that one. And then the next step is going to be update the CRM record. So collect CRM all the way to the bottom, set property value, and then we're going to do it on the contact level. And then we're going to search for initiate generation. And then we're going to set the value to yes. So that means that when we update this property, start Swayle to yes, it's automatically going to set this next property to yes, which means that Swayle will start generating its sequences and information. So let's click review and publish. No, only enroll the leads who meet the enrollment criteria after the workflow is turned on. Next, 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 turn on workflow. So you can call this workflow start Swayle from prospecting workspace. So the next step is to go back to the prospecting workspace. So back to workflows, and then prospecting workspaces. And then click the tab that's called leads. And then we're going to edit these columns. So we'll search for start Swayle, the property that we just generated. That's included. And now you can drag and drop it wherever you want it. Press apply. And then when we update Swayle, when we set this status to yes and click save, that's going to trigger the workflow. That means the sequences will be started to be generated. As of this moment, it's a quite new workspace for HubSpot, so they're constantly asking for feedback. A consequence of that is that you can only edit one contact at a time. So if I had any more contacts here, I wouldn't be able to select all of them and then set status to yes. That would be needed to be done individually on each contact. So if we now go back to the contact in question, we can see that the workflow has triggered, and now the company summary is done. So let's open Swayle, and then so that we can see that the sequences are done and that the person profile is waiting to be complete. Once it's finished, you can simply just mark the contact you want, press enroll in sequence, select the sequence you want, and then you get a preview of the sequence here that you can take a look at, and then you can send it right from the lead prospecting workspace. So that's a short overview on how you can initiate Swayle for each contact through the Prospecting Workspace. Keep an eye out for updates on how this works, and let us know if you have any questions.